Game in '86, Jordan scored 30. Patrick Ewing had 28 and 17 in the win. Very nicely played, Jalen Rose. But I need you back here because we need to talk about something, okay? First and foremost, we're establishing ground rules, okay? Because this has gotten a lot of attention. There will be no slander of Walt Frazier on this program.
Zero.
Not accepted.
We will not be tolerating any Clyde Frazier slander in any way, shape, or form.
Walt Frazier was my first ever favorite player. That love never goes away. That said, his Mount Rushmore is ridiculous. He put together his Mount Rushmore of NBA legends and somehow managed to leave Michael Jordan off of it. This is what he said. Walt Frazier in Sports Illustrated said, Steph Curry was the only unanimous MVP. They should apologize to Russell and Chamberlain for what they did for the game and the dominance they have. Jordan is up there too. Well deserved. LeBron, I don't think, is up there with those guys. He's not on Mount Rushmore. But Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Robertson, Oscar, he means those guys were magnificent in what they did for the game. So this got a lot of attention, of course, and it was painted, I think, as an older player just sort of standing up for his era.
Right.
And that's exactly what it is. But candidly, any Mount Rushmore that does not include Michael Jordan is really not even worth discussing.
Agreed.
Right?
Same page there. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever do it.
So
any era.
I want to present to you, because there's no one whose basketball opinion I respect more than yours, my Mount Rushmore, because I've been doing this for years. Okay, these three I think are no-brainers.
Same page.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the most accomplished basketball player ever. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever, and Bill Russell is the greatest winner ever. Those three have to go on. The fourth spot could be occupied. You could make a very good argument for Magic Johnson if you wanted to. You could make a great argument for Wilt Chamberlain if you wanted to. You could argue for Oscar Robertson if you wanted to. Or you could put on the player I put in fourth, which is LeBron James. My fourth face on my all-time Mount Rushmore is LeBron. I will fully accept people arguing for Oscar, Wilt, Magic in that spot. But that is my Mount Rushmore, and candidly, I think the first three aren't even debatable.
It's funny that your Mount Rushmore mirrors mine. Great minds think alike.
So you have LeBron as well?
No.
Okay, so the three.
No.
So it mirrors yours, but not quite.
No, I don't have LeBron. So a couple of things. I love what you said about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I want to frame this for everybody because a lot of times people don't do their history. Okay, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won 4 championships in high school, won 3 in college.
Only because he wasn't allowed to play as a freshman.
Correct.
Right.
And won 6 in the NBA, 6 MVPs, is the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and the skyhook is the most unstoppable shot in the history of basketball.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan also won a championship in college, baseline jump shot. Terrific defender, all defense multiple times, first team multiple times, scoring champion, dunk champion, just electric. Jesus in basketball shoes.
Yes.
And you talked about Bill Russell, the greatest champion the sports have seen. But my fourth spot, and I want to ask you this question. When did LeBron pass Magic? Like, have I been missing something? When did LeBron pass Magic? You remember a guy in 1979 won a championship in college?
Yes.
And they come right into the league and set it by storm, win multiple MVPs, win 5 championships, was the face of the franchise in Los Angeles, spearheaded Showtime, the only 6'9" point guard to ever do it, and revolutionized the game with an amazing smile that helped the game go from being on tape delay to now we got 10 teams playing on Christmas Day and players load managing. When did LeBron pass Magic?
Well, I'm not going to fight you because, as I said, I could completely agree with Magic. I don't know that load managing is exactly where you want to go with it. But I agree with you. Magic belongs on there. He played with Kareem. Listen, we're splitting hairs. To me, LeBron, Magic, Oscar Robertson, Wilt Chamberlain, you could argue for any of them. Again, any list that doesn't include the rest. This is something we could talk about forever.
This is great.
And we will continue to. Meanwhile, don't forget, because all the Christmas games are coming your way today. 5 of the best gifts you could ask for. Jalen, you'll be here all day. Noon, Celtics, Raptors on ESPN. Following that, Bucks, Sixers on ABC. Then Rockets, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers. Cap it off with Pelicans and Nuggets. All 5 games also available on the ESPN app, so you can take the hoops with you wherever you are celebrating.
Change clothes at 2:30.
We continue on this Christmas Day edition of Get Up on ESPN, and as you can probably tell from the scary music that our staff has chosen, it is time now for the naughty list, courtesy of our friend Woody Claus. Earlier he gave out gifts, but now we'll be giving out lumps of coal, or in this case, bags filled with charcoal briquettes. Who is first up on the naughty list? Woody Claus.
Yeah, we're going to start. My man Brandon's going to bring out the first culprit here, and it's a team that you're very familiar with, Greeny, and it's our Chicago Bears, okay? We're talking about a team that has a championship-level defense. Well, boy, has their offense been naughty. Mitchell Trubisky has just slid down the chimney, but maybe the wrong way as far as their offense is concerned, and Matt Nagy hasn't helped in the process. It seemed like Mitchell Trubisky got stuck in the chimney. This offense has been atrocious, to be honest with you, and for that reason alone, they are on my naughty list.
You know what happened was a few years ago when they opened up their gifts, they were hoping for a Mahomes or a Watson, and instead they got a Trubisky.
They got a Trubisky.
That was the problem in Chicago. Okay, who's next on the naughty list?
Yeah, so this is a person that's familiar with everyone in the Lake area in Cleveland. We have Freddie Kitchens here. And listen, Freddie Kitchens was a guy who was a position coach last year, ascended to the head coaching position. And with all the plethora of weapons that they have out there, Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, you're talking about an offense that's been pedestrian this year. This is supposed to be a team that the slave rides was supposed to be fast and furious. But boy, have they stuttered and slowed down to a screeching halt on offense. Got to give him my lump of coal.
You know what happened? Freddie Kitchens actually slid down the chimney on Thanksgiving because his clock management is so bad that he was like off by almost a month. Okay, one more. Who gets our final lump of charcoal?
Greeny, this one hurts me to my core because this was my Super Bowl pick out of the NFC. It's the pesky Dallas Cowboys. You're talking about a team that had all the parts. Okay, Zeke Elliott got his money. Everyone is getting their money. Dak is going to get his money. But in the biggest moments, they come up small. You can't come up small when you're handing gifts to the boys and girls. Okay, Jerry Jones looking pitiful, looking stressed out in his luxury box. So I got to give it this final piece of coal to the Dallas Cowboys.
But there is some good news. Because you
please
know what
tell me.
They may find under their tree this Christmas is an Urban Meyer or a Lincoln.